gone to a tap house. You guys know what that is?
No, what that is?
Yeah, that's where you can like serve yourself the beers, right?
Oh.
Well, no. So it was kind of like a restaurant.
Beers?
They called it, or it was kind of like a bar, but it felt like a restaurant. So we went to this new one down at this casino out here, and when we got there's like nobody greeting you. So we were just standing there for a while, and I was looking at all the beers on the wall, and then we finally asked, like, do we seat ourselves? And they said, yeah. So we sat down, and there was a menu that had all like kinds of different alcohol. I think they have like 50 different beers there, like beers and ciders and shit. And then they had a menu that said shareables. It had appetizers and shit. So we ordered appetizer and ordered the drinks. And then after she brought the drinks and the appetizer, I was expecting her to bring us the menu, and she never fucking did, because all they fucking sell is beer and appetizers.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's not a bad idea. That's really good.
Because the whole point of tap houses is you're supposed to just kind of hang out and eat lightly and go to more. You're supposed to either drink a lot there or go to other tasting rooms and stuff.
That sounds like a cool place.
See, I had fucking no idea. It was classy as fuck though. And then so these people came in.
Trash person.
Like 5 or 6 girls came in, and they were still standing at the door. And I was like, shit, somebody should tell them that they seat themselves, because there's not even a fucking sign that says seat yourselves.
Oh,
there's no greeter.
Yeah, so people just stand there. And then I was
They're like, hello, welcome to Tap House. We love you.
Maybe someone should tell them. And I was watching them, and then the girl did my tactic, which is just go and read the wall and wait for someone to fucking greet you. But
welcome to Tap House. Figure it out.
You just stared at a wall until someone came by.
Yeah, well, because there's the wall that has all the.
Figure it out, stupid. That's a sign they should put up. Instead of seat yourself, figure it out, stupid. Yeah.
So I decided I'm not even going to tell anybody.
Mo, look over there. What am I looking at? What? Look, awesome.
I'm not even going to tell anybody, though. I'm just going to, like, next time we go, if there's a big line of people waiting for someone to interact with them, because the staff doesn't even, they'll walk right past you, like they're just not even fucking say anything. But I decided I'm not going to tell anybody. Like, next time we go, we're just walking right past those motherfuckers, too. Like, VIPs, bitches. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You done did a goof? Alright.
Hey everybody, welcome to Season 3, Episode 7 of the Speakeasy Gentlemen. If you haven't seen the show before, what we do is drink and talk like we would at a bar, but we're all so far away, so we do it right here. My name's Josh, I'm in Spokane, Washington. My brother Pierce down there is in Phoenix, Arizona. My buddy David is in Santa Ana, California. And our guests today, Frank and Pablo, are in, starts with a Pomona, right?
Yeah, Pomona.
They're in Pablo.
So our guests are stand-up comedians and podcasters. So tell us a little bit about that. What's your show called? Actually, it was in the intro, but anyway, go ahead.
It's called Completely Useless, and it's kind of like this one where you sit around and drink and hang out.
I got somebody who would be perfect for that show.
Yeah. Ours has a little less purpose, though. It's just like
it has no purpose.
Yeah, it has no purpose. So.
As the name implies.
Yeah,
David is completely useless.
Looking right at it.
David fits right in.
Oh yeah, we just kind of hang out, drink, sometimes smoke. We get different guests sometimes, or sometimes we just banter about Star Wars until we get tired of each other.
Pretty much about Star Wars. We talk about Star Wars a lot.
I had no idea you guys talked about that, but on today's episode, I have so much to talk about with Galaxy Edge, the new Star Wars park.
I'm excited for that.
So fucking much to talk about. I'm going to try to get through it kind of quickly because, like I said, I have a lot to talk about, but it's going to be fucking great. But you guys chose the beer of the week, so our beer of the week today is what? Frank and Pablo?
PBR,
man.
Babs Blue Ribbon.
Some
Fuck
PBI.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
Or poor beer, as we call it. I got PBR. David, you got it?
Yeah, of course it did.
Hell yeah. So as I'm opening this up, I'm going to talk about tonight's show. So on tonight's show, we have some news. Like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about, or a lot of bit about this new Star Wars park. Reboots, remakes, and sequels. Stupid people. We're going to revisit these guys, and they're going to tell us more about their show as well as their stand-up shows. What's new on Netflix and Hulu, and then we're going to finish up with a couple Speakeasy memes that I found. For you guys and you at home who don't know, we have a new Speakeasy meme exchange on Facebook, and you basically put all the shit that would get you blocked normally, or not blocked, but in Facebook
anything
jail.
You want.
Anything that would get you in Facebook jail, we post on there. So it does tend to hurt people's feelings, but they're like, fuck it, just scroll right past it, because that's what we do here.
Nobody cares. We don't care about your feelings. Just laugh.
So I got some less offensive ones to show you guys. But I do have a cheers. This is actually a quote that I saw on a napkin at the bar we were at yesterday, or that town house.
That's really inspirational.
So the problem with the world is that everyone is a few drinks behind. Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, shit.
Cheers, fellas.
Deep.
I don't know.
All right.
Drinks too far in. I think I'm in that position a lot more. I'm just ahead of the fucking curve, I guess.
Hey, you know how he has a whiskey?
What'd you say?
No way.
He has a whiskey?
Humphrey Bogart, they have a whiskey, like, you know, it's like designed. I don't know how it tastes. I want to try it out for like the show. Be like, yeah, taste test.
You know, at the tap house yesterday, I tried a new whiskey. It was called Brew and Do. So you get a beer and you get a free, or it's actually for $1. You get it's called Tullamore Dew, something like that. It's
the whiskey.
It's an Irish whiskey. Have you tried it?
Yeah, it's like
that
sweet.
Shit is amazing. It's like a mix between Jack Daniels and Scotch.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really smooth.
Yeah, dude.
It's really
we're gonna have to drink it on the show. It's like a real sippable, man.
I would have killed for Tappa Tappa Tappa.
All right, guys. So before we get started, we're gonna do a segment called "Wait a Minute," where I'm gonna put 60 seconds on the clock, and we're gonna rotate between quick fire questions.
Eat.
So
what if I answer the question wrong?
It's just
Is there any math? Is there math questions? Because I can't do math.
It's a multiple choice. Multiple choice.
There's
no wrong answers.
It's just
you gotta write a paragraph.
Is it about the tap house? Because I wasn't taking notes.
Then there'll be an oral exam afterwards. So this goes on your final grade.
The only way you can get a wrong answer is on the.
Yeah, you blow me. Hey, you try to blow me. Come on. It's not.
Right, so let's do. I guess we'll do Frank and Pablo. Well, Frank, Pablo, right?
Okay, cool.
And it's, like I said, quick fire questions just to get to know our guests. So we're going to start with you, Frank. Here we go. Nickname growing up. What was your nickname?
Pooch.
Pooch?
Yeah.
Favorite band of all time, Pablo?
Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, that's a good one. Frank, favorite, go-to karaoke song?
All Around the World by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, he does it really well too. I've seen him do that.
Down.
Yeah, that's really good.
Do you have a tattoo, Pablo?
Yeah, I have an Avenged Sevenfold logo right here, and I have a thing that says "It's just a ride" on my left arm, my forearm.
It's just a ride?
It's a Bill Hicks thing.
Oh, gotcha.
He was an old comedian. I don't know if you guys know.
Let's see here. I don't. One food for the rest of your life, Frank.
Pizza.
Pizza? Pineapples on pizza? Yes or no?
Fuck no.
What?
Oh shit!
Why pizza?
No. I mean, I'll eat it because I'm fat, but I don't eat it.
You know that. You don't like
good lad.
Just bacon, pineapple, and ham on a pizza?
I would eat it.
That's one of the best things.
Get the fucking pineapple out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. You have no taste.
Okay.
All right, so that's our...
You uncultured wine.
That's our full minute.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for both of you. How much do you guys love The Office?
Oh, I love The Office, dude.
I haven't seen a lot of episodes, honestly. But I do like the episodes that I've seen.
I've only used YouTube for the last 6 months to only watch clips of The Office. Jesus Christ.
Why don't
you've only used
YouTube?
Netflix? Yeah, what the fuck?
I like watching.
Because I don't have a lot of time to sit down and watch episodes, so I'll just put little clips on and watch like a little.
You just want the highlights.
Do you really have like attention deficit disorder where you're like, I can't really watch the whole episode? Just give me the basics.
Who has fucking 30 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what I do because I can't pay attention to anything, so I really don't watch that many. Like I can't sit through a whole episode of anything.
I can't,
honestly. So
well, you're gonna sit through a whole episode of us. So.
I know, right?
That's what I was was asking him, I was like, yo, how long is this shit? Cause I don't know.
He's like, I'm already sitting here for like half an hour.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for a long time.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock, I'm like, we're about to start the show. You're like, wait, the show's just starting?
Finish, goddamn.
Thought we were doing the show.
I thought this was the test.
This fucking questions.
Good thing I copied off of Oinky.
No, remember, was that show Taxi, right, with Christopher Lloyd?
Oh yeah, shit, that was great.
And he's like, all right, any substance abuse, narcotics, or anything like that? He's like, oh, that's a tough question.
No, it says he's asking him a bunch of questions, and he said mental illness or
oh, there you go,
and he was like, oh, that's a tough.
Christopher Lloyd was also on Taxi, but so was Danny DeVito and Andy Kaufman. How have you never watched Taxi?
I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't seen Taxi either.
What? Well, I had like no cable growing up, so I had reruns on it.
That guy is clearly a teenager. You're clearly old enough to watch Taxi.
Huh?
What you find out right now, he's like 37 right now.
He looks like he plays Fortnite 24/7. Like,
oh shit! Light up.
Pierce.
Pierce could fire back, but he's just gonna reverse hack you and just raid you on the show. You're gonna see that bar.
No, he's gonna challenge you to Overwatch afterwards. He'd be like, "You."
Oh, he'll fucking destroy.
I've never played a single game of Fortnite, just so you know.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I'm like sitting in my. That's
the one thing he said. Just so you know, don't fuck with the Fortnite shit.
It's all about PUBG.
So Pierce, I was scrolling through TV the other day, and there was a what's that show the game you play? Overwatch. There was an Overwatch Championship.
Overwatch.
And they were like moving this car down the road. What the fuck is that?
So that's like the payload. So you have to escort it.
Yeah.
And in order for you to bring it, like if the enemies are touching it, it stops moving.
Oh,
so you guys have to fight over it.
Gotcha.
Rub your dicks on the car, boys. Love Dirty Mike and the boys. Thanks for the F Shack.
So speaking of
underrated movie, I love that movie, and a lot of people have not even seen it.
What movie
it's
you're
a
talking about?
great fun. The other guys.
Oh yeah, I watched
Dude.
it. I watched it a couple times.
The movie's fucking hilarious.
Maybe I just haven't watched it enough. I remember watching it once.
Bye, Terry. Bye, Sheila. I'll never forget.
Oh, yeah, so good. Like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, like he knows what he's talking about. That was so funny.
No, the table represents our fragile egos on the fucking blah 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 blah. Yeah. Exactly what's that in the movie.
It was that blah 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 blah. Was his exact line? You fucking asshole.
It took us into a drop.
So I have a question for you guys. Do you guys Uber?
Like, do I drive Lyft? Yeah.
I actually. My car broke down,
and so
so I take lifts everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, good. So, what would you call if you're a passenger? What would you call the perfect ride, Uber ride? What does that look like? Do you guys talk to the driver? Isn't it fucking weird?
Oh.
The opposite. I talk to the driver, and he wants nothing to do with them.
See, most of them they just speaking nonsense. Like I've had a couple of drivers, like when we had like really good conversations about like the Lakers or like just like a little politics or whatever it is, and like it's interesting, right? But most of the drivers that I've talked to, it's just like fuck, like I don't care about your niece, dude. Like, I'm like stop.
That is fair. I'll give you
I mean, don't they? You always ask them the same shit though, like how'd you get into Lyft? You know what I mean? It's probably.
I don't ask anything.
That's true. I don't start with that. If
I don't ask anything.
That's what I get into.
I don't ask anything, but this always happens. Lyft isn't my real job. I have another job.
Hey, just so you know.
Without asking at all, I'm like, oh, cool, for real? Okay, whatever.
Or they're like, I'm famous.
Yeah.
No, me and a friend of mine were starting a pet store. We're going to specialize in worm farms. You know, like ant farms?
That was a good pull, man. That was a fucking good pull. So there's an Uber driver out here in Seattle, and they actually created a menu for their rides. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it went viral.
I think I saw it.
Yeah, somebody shared it. So there's different types of rides you could choose. So one's called a rude ride. So the whole time he's being a dickhead to you the whole time.
Rough ride's another thing.
That's a thing, dude. I would kill at that. Are you kidding me?
Dude. Yeah, me too. I talk a lot of shit.
That'd be cool if we could select the options, the silent ride.
You can, yeah. Thanks for getting ahead of that, Pierce. Appreciate that. So the next one's a silent ride.
He's either way
is that what it says?
It says it right here. So the next one's a silent ride, and in his menu it says it's just silence. That's it. There's a therapy ride. He says if you got something on your mind, I want to help take it off. And then there's the creepy ride. He says things like you smell much different when you're awake, and stares at you awkwardly in the rearview mirror. Like you're just like in the rearview mirror. He's just gonna like stare at you.
Just like
that actually sounds cool. Like I want to take that. I want to get really, really stoned and take that ride for an hour. And just like I like feeling like
leave halfway through the ride.
I think it's such a great option. Just like even as somebody who drives for Lyft, like it's the same shit. It's very monotonous. So like for me, I started lying to my customers and making a bigger story. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I travel the world. So having something like that where they can already predetermine how you're gonna act with them.
You try out different characters.
Yeah, I try out different characters. I put accents on. Dude, I fuck with people so much. It's great.
That's actually funny that you mentioned that because there's a stand-up option too. So he says people want to get entertained and laugh. I could definitely provide them, and he does. He does a stand-up routine.
Dude,
so that's his real job then.
That's if I was a driver, that's what I would be doing, just trying all my new bits and passages.
I knew a comic that he couldn't get enough stage time, so he would actually go to the mall and start asking people if he could tell them jokes randomly, and he's just getting more and more time. So that would be such a great tool to people.
That's cool.
It's great.
Yeah. The homie, one of my homies, you know Tony, right? Tony Asar?
Yeah.
Every now and then he'll post on Facebook like, hey, if you have a party or whatever this weekend, can I come by and like drive some jokes for you guys for free? And he'll do that shit every now and then. It's good. Yeah, that's real cool.
That sounds cool, but I wouldn't do that because half my jokes are like really offensive.
David just gets his ass kicked at every party he goes to.
Every fucking place. What happened to you? I was doing some stand-up.
I was doing stand-up at Quinceañera, and it just went wrong.
I've done stand-up at Quinceañera.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's the worst.
So like your cousins?
No, that wasn't related to them. They saw my act and they were like, we want you to come by and do stand-up, and I did. And I made fun of like the family and stuff.
They just thought you were going to be like a George Lopez, but instead you were like someone.
Exactly. They wanted you to like basically be Hispanic.
I hope Quinceañera means 18.
How'd you know? That's so funny.
Did you guys see that Stormy Daniels is doing stand-up? You know that fucking...
I only found out about this because I have a ton of friends that were posting.
That is actually something I was going to bring up
later. They were like, I would love to write for Stormy Daniels. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? I looked it up and I found out she was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Wait, she's doing stand-up, so she's not laying down anymore?
Yeah, she's
God.
She's been retired. She's been retired for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Tired of being on her knees?
What do you guys...
It's a move for her.
Exactly.
And I get why she's doing it, but
she'll sell out everything.
Yeah, she's gonna sell out.
Of course,
it does not.
Of course, yeah. They're gonna sell. Look, they're gonna put bodies in seats, and that's really what matters. And I think most people are gonna show up just to see if it's a fucking train wreck. Honestly, I'd probably go. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'd go just to hear what joke she has to say about Trump.
Yeah, no, exactly, dude. There's a reason why Ron Jeremy does stand up. He knows that he can put asses in seats.
Yeah, but see, that's the fucked up thing that we have all this like this retired porn stars. You have this actors that don't get work anymore. Did you guys know Screech from
Dustin Diamond? Okay,
doing stand up for a while, and he sells out just because it's Screech.
I want to put this out there. He's actually really good. I got to open him for him once, and super cool dude when he's on his
creepy.
For sure creepy.
Well, my point is that all this like actors and stuff see stand up as like a safety net.
Yeah.
They're not getting work anymore. They're not doing anything else. So I'm just gonna do stand up and make money.
I wouldn't call it
when there's people. Well, for them it is because they already have a following. They're already famous.
Yeah.
But people that are working their way up get fucked by that because they're not getting time at these clubs because these people are getting it.
Yeah.
Yes. Like a lot of famous people see it as a fallback.
Yeah.
Ken Jeong just released his stand-up.
I heard that was really funny. I haven't watched it.
It was actually pretty funny.
Pretty good. It's not bad.
They finally put the Machine up on Netflix.
Oh yeah, the Bert Kreischer special, huh?
The old
that's a good one.
Yeah. The one that launched his fucking career.
The Flying Dildos?
So with that one, I was actually listening to his show. he segmented it out. Like he cut just the machine story and he put it up on Facebook. When he originally released his special, nobody fucking watched it. Like nobody at all.
Yeah.
And then he put that up on Facebook, and that's when he blew up.
Wait, is that the same bit where you did the flying dildos thing?
No, I think it's a different one.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I only think flying dildos. I only think of fucking the goods. I don't even know.
No,
I don't even know the joke you're talking about.
Yeah, for Bert Kreischer.
Chrysler.
Kreischer.
Kreischer.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he has a bit like about flying dildos. It's really fucking hilarious.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just look him up and then type in flying dildos.
Yeah, everybody, stop watching the show right now and look up Bert Kreischer.
We don't even pay attention to what's going on.
Google flying
Did he
dildo.
say flying dildos?
I'm looking it up on my phone right now, guys.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So
Wait, you serious? You got a show to do.
Actually, you know what's funny? Bert Kreischer actually retweeted a picture of us doing our show here.
Oh yeah.
And because I took my shirt off, he asked me to take my shirt off in the middle of the show.
I didn't ask you to. I said you were sweating and you look like you were hot. And I said you can if you want. And you did it.
There's
That's
some weird
so
stuff
sad.
going on with you guys, huh? He probably
Yeah.
turned up the heat. He's like, maybe this will get him to take off his shirt.
You don't even know. They almost did this.
Take your shirt off.
I'll take my shirt off.
They almost did this show from the car because they spend a lot of time in the car together or something. I don't remember what it was they were saying exactly.
Riding in cars with boys?
That's why.
It's every single time.
He's always like, let's hang out, and then we just end up in his car.
We used to hang out in the car and drink this, Josh. Remember all the times?
Yeah.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
I had to pick him up and get him away from the girl
that's why-
because women.
Right?
Do you know, Frank? Do you?
Yeah, I do know.
So no, this guy's talking. He's fucking lying because what he does whenever I'm in a relationship is he gets my girlfriend pissed at me and gets me kicked out of the fucking house. And then he's
How?
like,
Gosh,
oh,
how can I do
here
that?
I come having to rescue you again when he's the fucking one who does it.
How the hell can you? That doesn't even make any sense. Listen to yourself. Look how crazy you sound.
I want to be honest. I used to do that to a friend too, and it's so fun. It's like the funnest thing in the world.
I couldn't keep a straight face,
So
dude.
bitch.
Damn it.
Real piece of work you are.
One time I got my friend's girlfriend so mad at him that she stormed into the house, yelled "cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfucker," started yelling at him. He flung chorizo in her face, and then they walked out. It was great. And then they argued all the rest of the day.
Why?
I think she was graduating from high school that day, too.
What?
It was fucked up.
Why would you do that?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't tell him to do that, but I watched it and I laughed.
Well, I was
that
telling him there was a video. Wait, no, it was a thing. Remember the thing I sent you last week about a Florida man arrested for throwing a burrito at his girlfriend?
What?
I sent you the article about it, and I was like, "Hey,
shit.
Josh, remember when I did this? Like, I threw a burrito at his ex-girlfriend. We were in the car, and we were just in the car eating, and it was like 4 a.m, and she comes walking out. She's like, "Where you guys been?" And I'm like, "This burrito is delicious, but it is filling," and I threw it overhand from the driver's side. So I threw it left-handed, and if I waited just a split second more, it would have hit her, but it landed right in front of her feet. And I was like, "Damn it!" She just looked up
You're so fucking big.
"Oh man, I gotta go. All right."
Oh shit! What's up, Alex? Sorry, I just tuned into Facebook. My bad. Fellow podcaster listening in. Thanks, buddy. So let's talk about this new fucking Star Wars land. So what do you guys know about it so far?
I heard there's a long ass fucking line.
I heard that they're going to build the Mosla Isla Cantina. That's what I heard.
Most Isley?
Mos Eisley, my bad.
I thought it was
I said
Eiley.
it wrong. I said it wrong.
I thought it was Eiley.
I think it is Eiley.
I think it's Eiley.
Yeah, I thought it was Kylie Jenner.
I've been going to the wrong.
God damn it.
So I went on attractionsmagazine.com and I pulled some images. There are so many, so I kind of whittled them down. But here's a picture of Oga's Cantina. You guys can see it right there. Is it Oga or Aga?
Probably Aga.
So there's a picture right there where there's a cantina. They actually serve alcohol now. So here's our next photo.
That's so
So
cool.
it's going to be serving actual alcohol at Disney. There's a bunch
The other
of.
rib job.
So typically at what's it called?
Yep.
At California Adventure they serve alcohol, but they've never done it at Disneyland. So now they're going.
The
to.
Fuzzy Tauntaun. I like that name.
If you guys aren't into alcohol, you can now get blue and green milk.
Did they put vodka in that?
I have to get blue milk
I know.
either way. I'm not into but I have to get it. I feel.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know about that.
that's what you drink when you're on
Do you know
Tatooine.
I wonder if it's just food coloring or.
Call it slam before?
I'm sure it's just regular milk with food coloring.
Yeah, they're like, here, drink up.
Don't
you
drink the
dumb
magic.
motherfuckers.
Well, that's cool as fuck. What?
No.
Can I buy that there? Are you telling me I can buy
Yeah,
a full
so
Jedi?
Star Wars Land
More-
now has clothing shops. So there's Resistance Supply that has Resistance clothing, obviously. First Order, and then there's places. It's called the Black Spire Outfitter, where you could get authentic Jedi attire and mix and match and
Dude,
stuff
that's
like that.
Fucking dope.
Yeah, dude. And then you could go to Savi's.
So,
You could go to Savi's
mainstream
workshop.
cosplay.
You could go to Savi's workshop and build yourself a lightsaber as well. Here's
Oh,
an
no
example.
way.
They call me a
Wait,
nerd.
wait. Is this like a real? What are the not like the FX Force lightsaber?
like a real lightsaber? Like they have that.
like a real one?
They have
It's not
that
gonna cut through things. It's not gonna cut through things, bro. I'm sorry.
The kyber crystals and everything?
Oh yeah, so you could make jewel, like you could get a crystal to wear around your neck and shit for your.
Do you make it bleed though?
Yeah, right?
That's a great
Like,
question.
Right? Like, do I have to use my pain and my emotions to make this fucking crystal bleed?
You should jerk off on it.
Until you get a white lightsaber on the crystal.
Jesus.
It's not anger or rage, it's loneliness and depression that powers that lightsaber.
You underestimate my power.
That's so funny.
Man, you are something else, man.
Uh,
So have you guys heard anything about the rides?
no, I haven't read them.
I have two rides to talk about. So one is called Smuggler's Run. It's the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I actually have a picture of the Millennium Falcon right here. So this is
Shit.
a topside view
Is that
of
a
it.
Lego?
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it one of those screen rides where they put you in front of like kind of like Star Tours?
Yeah, but
Or
this is way different. So hold on, let me see.
So
if I
that
can
Millennium
do this.
Falcon actually flies. It takes off.
It
It
takes it
flies
around.
around the park.
I just want a life-size replica where you can go inside and look around.
It
That'd
is,
be
yeah.
cool.
I want
it
instead of
absolutely
having
is.
a house, I just want a big ass Millennium Falcon. Like, this is where I live, inside the Falcon.
Dude, they made the fucking look so cool in Han Solo.
Oh
They
yeah,
made that shit
Oh,
look nice as fuck.
dude. Oh
That
man, I
was-
want that. I want the hallway.
that was fucking great.
Wait, what?
It was amazing. You know, like the hallways, like the inside of the Millennium Falcon, how it's all padded and shit like that.
Right?
Yeah, dude, I want that, man.
Whole house to me.
I see
I
what
want
Yeah.
my house looking like that.
That's what's up.
So this ride will star Hondo, and he bargained with Chewbacca to smuggle some stuff, and you guys help out the entire time. So there's multiple cockpits for you to ride in, and you have
What?
It's a cockpits, yeah, that's right. And you have an interactive experience. So you could actually, in groups of 6, you go in there, and you're pilots, gunners, and engineers.
What?
And you have a
cool.
task to complete.
Dude, that is
That's
blowing my
fucking
mind.
How
dope.
fucking
Alright,
crazy is
alright.
that, dude?
Okay.
How crazy is that?
So cool.
Let me talk
fuck.
about the next one. You guys
Wait.
mentioned the. Go ahead.
We should go to Disneyland and then drop acid and go there.
Oh,
Crazy that is, dude. Oh man, to be really in the fucking galaxy.
Dude, we get so lost. No!
All right, Josh, what was
How
that?
long have you been in line? A long, long time ago.
Well, I mean, that lasts about 12 hours. How long is the average wait time for you? At
I
least
don't know.
have what?
So this
a
is a good
2 hour?
thing. This is a good thing though. So the lines are supposed to be long, but get this. There is going to be, and I believe it's the Rise of the Resistance. So you're going to be. I actually have an X-wing to show you guys too. So
Oh,
you
shit.
see this X-wing right here?
Uh-huh.
That's supposed to be Poe's X-wing?
Yeah,
Oh wait,
So-
no, is it?
it is. Yeah. So what's going to happen is you're going to see Poe board his X-wing. You guys are going to be flying. So this is while you're in line, by the way. You get into this ship, you fly, and you get sucked into a Star Destroyer. After you get out, you're inside of a Star Destroyer.
Tractor beam.
So you go,
Suck,
you
right?
They're
like go
making that
from
whole thing out of the line too.
That's
not
cool.
just, like,
You're
yeah, that's
outside-
next level shit, dog.
right,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, dude. So you're outside. You go into this little. It's still part of the line. You go into it. You're transported to somewhere else, and now you're inside a Star Destroyer, and it has realistic what were they called, stormtroopers that have like minimal movement, but they feel really fluid. Like you get they feel like they're real, and they have like they interact with you and stuff like that.
So it's like a real life loading screen, huh?
Yeah. Dude, I'm so fucking excited about this. That's
So
not
like you
even...
get in the cockpit.
So
and
when are we going?
You in or what the fuck?
Let
What?
me see about getting a Connect for some, top shelf
Some
acid,
fucking
$10 a
tickets.
pop, and then we'll worry about getting the tickets and like setting the day and everything. I would say let's wait in line for a while, like until about we're halfway there. Drop the acid because it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour to kick in, and then you're going to be like, holy shit, and it's going to start to peak, and then we'll be inside by then. We'll time it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So this was described
Like I'm
as
watching
the...
Iceland right now.
Oh, shit, David. Speaking of, I have a perfect idea for when you're driving with drugs in your car.
Well, but any time then?
Yeah. So
What the
always just ride around with a helium-filled balloon and have the drugs tied to it. And if you get pulled over, just let it out the window.
I saw that, but I think they still got the dude for like.
Oh wait, that was the
tampering,
real thing?
some shit. Yeah,
Yeah, that happened.
There's a video of online where this dude throws out a.
It was like
balloon.
interfering with something.
Yeah, he got he ended up
yeah.
getting a ticket or getting
He got arrested.
arrested for tampering with evidence.
The problem with that is that if you have to constantly fill up this balloon, eventually the helium goes away. So imagine like it's been 3 days and you try to let it go and it just sinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit sucked.
Just dress up as like Pennywise and like as a cop pulls you over, like, you want a balloon? Let it go.
Yeah,
Like, sir,
yeah, just do the whole costume every time you get in your car.
He's doing his makeup. Oh, sir, what are you doing? Hold on, I got a bit.
Hold on, I'm doing a thing right now, god damn it.
Trust me, you're gonna like it. So this ride, the Rise of the Resistance, has been described as the biggest, most elaborate, longest ride in the history of Disney.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
All right,
It's
all
gonna be
right.
fucking cool. So all the stars, so Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, will all be reprising their roles for this, and you'll
What about
be
Kelly
face
Marie
to
Tran?
face with full-size AT-ATs. It says.
Did they leave out
Oh,
Kelly Marie
shit.
Tran?
Dude, you know that she was being like cyberbullied and shit, right?
Yeah, poor thing. That's why I
Yeah,
want
she
her.
got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's not even her
Who's
fault,
she
dude.
From the last movie.
The girl that plays Red.
Rose plays Rose.
Rose, yeah.
Rose.
The Asian.
The only Asian
that
person I've
shitty
ever
fucking-
seen.
No,
in the
actually,
past.
I was pretty upset when they killed her sister because she was.
She was a hot
She
one.
was
Yeah.
that one, yeah. We all said it at the same time. Yeah, she was
That
hot.
Veronica Vaughn is one hot piece of ace.
Wait, so you said they have full size AT-ATs?
Yeah, that's what it says, face to face with.
Oh,
full-size
man.
AT-ATs. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy,
I don't
man.
know.
Shit,
So
dude.
we talked about some of their ideas for the long waits, right? Which is having a ride within your line, but they have more stuff planned. So you could use your phone to scan. And
But wait,
you
there's
can use your
more.
phone to scan, translate, and tune things throughout the park, and you take a
That's-
freelance job. So you just pick up jobs on your phone, and you just do things that takes you to different parts of the park.
It's like real life
Do you
Star
make-
Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, do you?
So,
So not only that, but they will have a Pokemon Go style interactive augmented reality game that you can.
Oh,
do on your
that's
Yeah.
cool as hell. That's cool.
Whoa, whoa.
You will either be aligned with the Resistance or First Order, and it will be chosen by your actions, not your own preference. So you don't get to choose.
Oh, that's cool.
Based off your
Okay, I
actions,
think
you
I wanna-
find out where you land.
I think I'm gonna go apply for Disney right after this.
You should, dude. I need.
This shit is based off your search history on your internet.
I'm just gonna live there, dude. I don't even want to work. I just want to live
It's
there.
fucking crazy. We could hide out in there, right?
Hey,
I lived there with all the cats.
Underground?
With
Yeah,
the
all the
cats.
cats live there.
The cats. There's a bunch of cats in
There are,
there.
like,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't know?
David, did you ever do your Disney episode?
Not yet, dude.
No, your Disney conspiracy
No,
episode.
because no one ever wants to fucking talk about it.
You
no
guys,
one
you
wants
guys
to talk
have,
about
you
it.
guys know
We'll
Disney
talk about Disney
conspiracy?
conspiracy all the time.
Fuck yeah, we'll do
I
that.
know a couple of them.
There you go. So he does a show called The Nevermore Narrative, and it's mostly creepy stuff that he talks about, but there's a bunch of Disney
Sick.
conspiracies.
Yeah, like
Yeah, there's one that recently came out last year. I think it will be a year ago almost. I think now, about something about It's a Small World After All, and I wanted to talk about that because it was a whole like this guy just posted on like Reddit. It was like this whole thing, and he's just like talking about why he quit, and it has something to do with that ride.
Wow.
That sounds crazy. I know about the like people spread their ashes in the haunted mansion.
Yeah, dude, and they have to
Yeah,
stop
that's
the ride,
supposed to
and
be
they have to do DNA tests and stuff.
They do
Oh,
what?
I didn't- that.
They stop the ride and
And
they have to
it's for
collect
what?
it. Well, they have to run it against forensics to make sure it's not like a
Oh,
missing
that.
person or something.
Like a murder or something.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
I remember when I was a kid, My parents told me that Richard Ramirez says that he was going to haunt this haunted mansion after he died.
Oh,
That's pretty.
cool.
Isn't that fucked up to tell a kid, though? It's fucked up to tell a kid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Made that ride extra scary for me.
they're like, here, look, go on this ride and listen to AC/DC. You got it.
I just like how goofy the music is. It's supposed to be like super haunted. Boop 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 boop. It's
Like a Danny
Some
Elfman.
shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
spooky.
yeah, exactly.
He did do that. He did write that. Yeah,
Did he? Holy
Yeah,
shit! I was just,
he did.
fuck.
That's what they were going for, and Danny Elfman's just there for them.
He was just sitting there while they were hey, like, you want to just get in on this? He was like, yeah, sure.
And he just did it.
No, he was in Tim Burton's pocket. He's like, hey, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Come on, little guy. Come on, wake up.
So the park is actually got pushed up. Its opening date. It's now opening May 31st. So
That's
pretty
crazy.
soon. I'm gonna wait a little while after that. I'm taking a 2-week vacation in June, so maybe I'll do it in June. We'll see.
You
I
might
was
as well
thinking-
get in line.
Wait a little bit
Yeah.
because I think if you go right away, the lines are gonna be
Oh, yeah.
too crazy and things are gonna be breaking down. Like I'd rather wait like a couple months and then
Until
go.
they worked out
See,
everything.
I think it's the perfect time for me to go though, because whenever I go to Disneyland, I ride Pirates of the Caribbean at least 10 times. So
I get it. Yeah.
everybody will be over at fucking Star Wars Land, and I'll just keep going. I'll just be like, give me another round. Just keep going on Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Why-
Susan, I'm gonna
Pirates
sit
of the
tight.
Caribbean if Star Wars Land's open.
Because it's the best ride.
No, but now you got all this whole thing to explore.
Don't ruin his
Why
good
would you
time.
wanna do
Don't
that?
fuck you.
I don't understand
Wait,
you.
You think Josh will
Why would you want to do that,
Star
Josh?
Wars Land. In Star Wars Land, you can buy alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let's get drunk off of rum and then go to Pirates of the Caribbean.
We used to fucking just bring a water bottle full of fucking booze anyway. What's the difference now? Being able to buy it somewhere.
I've just been doing that for years. Like I just get a little flask and put it on the inside of my like vest, and then they never search me, and then I can have
Oh
alcohol
no,
all day.
I just bring water bottles full of vodka. They think it's water.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Done.
There you go.
You Americans are. Alex says you Americans are so lucky. I don't know where are you from, Alex? Let us know. Come.
Yeah.
Don't they have Disneyland everywhere now? Disneyland
Oh.
Pretty
Africa.
much.
There's
I mean,
Euro
there's
There's
Disneyland.
no one here in Euro Disneyland. My kids and me the wine.
Oh, come on.
My friend actually just went to Tokyo.
Yeah, there's supposed to be real dump over there too.
Yeah, he said it was sick as fuck.
I watched the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in the Tokyo one. It looks fucking crazy. It's got like Davy Jones and shit, and it like floods, but it's got all kinds of screens. Like the whole thing is a
Sick.
fucking screen. Yeah, it looks badass.
Davy Jones, the hard one's kind of a joke.
Yeah, it's just like a
Hey.
smoke screen, like, ooh, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
They took out the fucking they finally took out the wench auction though. I know we were talking about it before, but it's finally out. Yeah.
Well,
Now she's a pirate, so the redheaded slut.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, Pirates of the Caribbean got me too.
Yeah,
God damn
they
it.
got me too.
Yeah,
They
got-
they got me too.
The ride got me
Damn
too. All the Me Too people.
No
came
one's
down there.
safe.
They took out the slut,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
they dressed her as a
They're
man
represented with
pirate.
the capable pirate.
Yeah. She, on her belt it says pussy power. Like, it's very gender forward.
What's the Amber? What's her name? The slut walk lady.
What?
She was married to Wiz Khalifa.
I don't fucking.
She throws like an event that's like whatever.
No.
Let's talk about something
Anyway,
else.
our viewer Alex says he's in the UK, and the cheap option is going to Disney Paris. Too many French people.
Yeah, I heard it smells over there.
Hey,
Sorry, bro.
just, all you got to do is say, "Get out of my way." They'll surrender.
I want to point out that when someone says too many French people, I just imagine oui.
Bonjour!
Damn you, David.
And someone's always challenging someone to a duel. Like that's
the old West.
no, that's both.
What?
Is it?
They
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, they challenge
French
you
people
to duel.
don't
That's
do
let's
one.
get shit.
Oh yeah.
The French challenge anybody ever since Napoleon.
They just
Yeah.
challenge each other with baguettes.
Some people get dead because if it's not there when I go, I'm pissed.
Yeah, dude, I don't think any French person ever challenged anything. Like after the Napoleon fucking shit, they're like, let's not do anything ever again.
Let's just get lit drunk all the time. That's it.
Let's get
lit drunk.
Wow. Stop. Right.
They're drunk.
Let's get laid drunk.
Come on. You're better than that.
Am I?
God damn it.
I am hammered.
See, done.
See,
I fell asleep.
It's still simple, but it's good. Drunk. Come on. Dude.
I was trying to learn French, and I fell asleep listening to a tape, but it kept skipping. So all I knew how to say was "omelette du fromage" for the next 2 weeks.
That's hilarious.
Do you get it?
That's my favorite. I love Dexter's Laboratory. I'm actually getting a Dexter's Laboratory tattoo in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the artist that I go to, he has it's Dexter pouring chemicals together, and it's like American traditional, so it has some flowers under the bottom. But yeah, I'm getting that soon.
That's cool.
It'll be dope.
David didn't get that joke because he wasn't able to afford cable.
What?
Poor David.
I was poor.
You
Still am.
What do you mean? Was? What do you mean was?
Yeah, I still am.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's still a really good show. Don't watch the new season. The whole season are only good. When the mom was hot, and then they animated her, and they made her not hot, and it got bullshit.
Yeah.
Did you see that cosplay that some girl cosplayed as Dexter's mom?
Dude,
no,
I would have asked her out until she said yes.
Were they good?
Pierce is already Googling. I can hear him
I am
typing.
Googling
Here,
now.
send
He's
me
like-
wait, never mind. I'm gonna have to look. I can't do this shit. Never mind. So, do you guys hear about Disney Plus? I know we've been talking about Disney Plus a lot, but I decided I'm getting it. I'm getting Disney Plus.
Is that the
Really?
It's the streaming service. I'll tell you why. You guys remember what the Disney? You guys know what the Disney Vault is?
Yeah.
The Disney Vault is basically, they do limited time releases of their old movies. So the Disney Vault is now dead. Everything will be released on the streaming app. So no matter what it is, you could watch it.
Dude, I'm just gonna get high and watch all the
Aristocrat.
When I get super high,
Aristocrat's
watch
dope as
Pinocchio and that scene where he gets eaten by the whale.
I can't watch Pinocchio. It's so scary.
That's
Pinocchio
so
is
fucking
scary
dope.
to
And
me
then they
now.
turn into donkeys and shit.
Yeah,
She used to trip me out when I was a little kid.
Dude.
I just imagine that shit blowing out of my mind.
Imagine dropping this tab and watching that shit.
Oh my god.
You'd be checking your ass and tail all day.
Hell yeah. Let's do this show.
No.
Hey, what meme is that, Josh?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about here, David.
Is that the one you're talking about?
David, you better shut the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Damn, she thick as fuck.
Dude, I'd smash.
Yeah, she's super thick.
I'd be like,
I'd
what
dirty up those dishes. I'll lick that plate clean.
There's actually one episode in the newer episodes where Dexter's dad and mom are flirting with each other, and they get way too aggressive for children's TV.
Really?
That's all kid shows now. They're like, have you seen those shows? I was watching The Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh, that show is intense.
That's a crazy
fucking
show.
crazy.
So here's a cosplay they were talking about. There's
Jesus.
Dexter's mom.
The shit.
It's making me feel all kinds of ways.
I'm super hard.
Time to go to the car. All right.
I'm looking at it.
So the entire motion picture library will be released, and they announced that they will release movies within a year of their theatrical release. So Captain Marvel within a year will be able to
That's
be
sick.
streamed
That's
out.
cool. Does that include all the Marvel movies too?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, that's why they pulled up. That's why
That's so
they
sick.
you know how they had a contract with Netflix? They canceled it because of that.
No way.
Yeah,
So
they're
the last one that came out was Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's the last one to come out
Oh, no
on
way.
Netflix.
Hey, so wait, just the other day I read an article about there was it was speculating whether Disney, the reason why Disney bought 20th Century Fox was so that they could own already, Marvel, but then also own the rights to X-Men. Supposedly there's going to be like a X-Men
crossover.
versus Marvel. Yeah.
You know what I want to see? I want to see.
You heard it here first, kids.
Deadpool and Deadpool. I want to see the old
Spider-Man and Deadpool?
No, they kind of already did that. Never mind. They did that at the end of Deadpool 2 when he killed himself. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
But
Scratch that.
no, they're just gonna recast the whole thing though, right? That's what I keep hearing.
For what? For who?
For all the X-Men and all that shit.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Except Patrick Stewart, I think he was.
Oh yeah, he has to stay.
Patrick Stewart said
Yeah, he's not doing that at all
He's
anymore.
like, no
either
more.
way.
He's getting old.
Yeah.
Care?
So, I could do McAvoy, and if he's good, James McAvoy's good, but we could use a change.
I don't think anybody.
I
could
think
do
after
better.
this, I think after Dark Phoenix comes out, depending on the outcome, I think they could reboot it again, and I wouldn't be mad.
Well, they could go on still with I don't know what timeline they're going on with this Dark Phoenix shit, so they could just kind of okay, well here, throw in everybody else and just carry on.
I think Disney's gonna want to build their own thing, though.
No,
they're not gonna want to continue this timeline.
Well,
so this timeline's kind of chaotic. Like you don't know.
It is, dude.
And they have all the money in the fucking world too. They could.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just gonna be a do-over from the beginning.
I agree with Pablo only because like usually they bring in these catastrophic, huge characters when they're getting ready to like just kill everyone off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Endgame is doing that for the Avengers universe, where they're like, okay, we can kill off all these people, reboot the Avengers, and start new. I think they're gonna do that same thing with X-Men. It's like kill off all these people and then start getting ready for Avengers versus X-Men, which would be dope as fuck.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I was like, that's too soon. If they reboot the Avengers thing, man, I'd be like, I'm not ready yet.
The thing that they're doing is like it's like a soft reboot. It's not like a hard like starting over, but it's like, oh, the timeline's got fucked up, and now we're doing this and all that shit. No, like it's not like a hard reboot.
Yeah, it's definitely a soft one.
Yeah, so it should be.
It's one that has struggles going in. Like it's like floppy.
So we were just talking about all the Disney properties. Did you guys watch Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Yeah, I have not
really.
It's a visual representation of all the shit they fucking own, dude. Iron Man's in it, like Star Wars stormtroopers are in it, like fucking.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters.
Everybody. It's like
fucking
Easter eggs all over the place. You want to know something cool though? There's a little avatar, kind of like a me. You ever have the Wii and they have like the little me avatars? There's one of Stan Lee. He has like a little cameo. It's just like a quick second. I was like, oh. It was badass.
That's cool. So it was like kind of like a Ready Player One kind of thing.
Where pretty much.
Yeah, but Disney owns all of it because Ready Player One was crossing different. Well, no, Disney does Sonic and shit, right? Never mind. They don't know.
I'm sure they had to get other franchises to like they had to pay them off for the licensing or whatever. It happens.
On Ready Player One, yeah, but
or do they?
Ralph.
Well, it's Steven Spielberg, so I mean, like. They've just been like, give me your shit. They're like, okay, here.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So speaking of remakes or reboots, I should say, there's going to be a new Scooby-Doo movie.
Dude, I'm so excited for that.
Wait, live action?
So no, it's not.
Just animated?
Yeah. So it'll star. Let's see here. Shaggy, which will be played by Will Forte.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So Will Forte. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is the first time the original Shaggy guy isn't gonna play as Shaggy. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Gina Rodriguez, or is it Gina?
Gina. Hey,
it's Gina.
Gina. Hey.
Just be truthful. I've been like a lesbian for the past 10
put
years.
A little rouge
Get back on that. Yeah. That's all right with you. Come back on that pogo stick. You know what I'm saying?
Get this.
I don't know who
Tracy Morgan is going to be in it. Tracy Morgan is going to play Captain.
Is he playing Scooby-Doo?
Captain Caveman. You guys remember?
Okay, I see that. I kind of see that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Frank Welker. You guys know him as the original Fred. Frank Welker. He's going to be playing Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Fred is Scooby-Doo?
The original Fred is going to be doing the voice of Scooby-Doo.
Interesting.
Wow. I wonder why.
For this case, the gang will team up with other Hanna-Barbera universe cartoons.
Nice.
Yeah. So
like that.
what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to corrupt the plans of Dick Dastardly. You guys know him, right? From Wacky Races.
Yeah.
He had the mumbly,
the dog.
Oh
yeah.
Hey, what about Snagglepuss? Is Snagglepuss gonna be in it?
I bet.
It's Scooby-Doo even.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine like what fucking Jetsons? Johnny Bravo's a Hanna-Barbera, isn't he? No, wait.
Yeah.
I don't think. Is he?
Yeah,
he is. For sure is.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten attacked with this whole Me Too movement. Like people haven't like attacked him. We're like, hey.
Well,
they show shows the empowerment of women. He's being abused all the time for sexualizing women. So at the very least, he should be the poster child of Me Too movement.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you never see him get laid in the show, huh?
I'm just surprised that people haven't.
That's weird. You never see him getting puss in that show.
You know the crazy thing though, like that dude's like, oh, he's all buff and huge and shit, and he goes up to these girls and they're like, I don't want any of that. What the fuck, you know? I think it was meant to give ugly guys like me hope, you know? I don't gotta work out at all.
Did you guys see that? Not maybe like a couple of years ago, Hanna-Barbera released a comic book that had crossover between Space Ghost, Scooby-Doo. I think Johnny Quest was in it, and a bunch of other stuff like that. It was like a limited run, but it was really cool.
I didn't see it. That sounds awesome.
No one knows what you're talking about.
You can buy the graphic novels at Barnes.
No one cares.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay.
So, how old were you when you realized that? How
old
old were you when you realized that Hanna-Barbera was two people and not one person?
Today.
26.
I think I was like 20. But like 25.
No, it's two guys. Yeah. And that's what it's a dash.
It's like Joseph Hanna and what the fuck is it? I'm gonna have to look it up now.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm smarter, but I just assumed the whole time that it was two people.
Did you?
Yeah, I just always assumed that it was two people.
I thought his name was Hanna.
like a law firm that has like several. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, I got it wrong. So William Hanna, Joseph Barbera. I knew there was a Joseph though.
Joe and Bill?
What? Oh yeah, I guess his name's William. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, what?
Good job, David.
Dumbass, dude.
Speaking of stupid people,
Joe.
we talked about you guys. Frank, you said you drive for Lyft and Uber. It was you, right? Who said that?
Yeah.
Do you ever deliver food?
I started out delivering food, and then I realized that like you make more money doing just the regular, but I have done both. So yeah.
Did you see the news report of the guy who dipped his testicles in a container of salsa?
No, that sounds hilarious.
That's funny.
So there was you can actually see a photo, and I believe it was an entire video that they did, but you could typically see the photo posted online. So what he did was he dipped it in the salsa. It was his friend too. It wasn't the driver. It was the driver's friend. So yeah, so the driver recorded it and he posted it online, and he says, "This is what you get for this is what you get when you give an 89-cent tip for almost a 30-minute drive."
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not one to mess with someone's food, but I will say this: like, if you're not going to give 5 stars, I mean, give them a couple bucks, man. There's a reason why they're delivering food.
I always give them 5 stars, and I don't tip them because I'm poor.
Yeah, I understand not tipping, but at least give me a good rating.
Yeah, I gave this the most aggressive Trump supporter the other day. Top 5-star rating. Right? So I'll pretty much give anyone a 5-star.
How aggressive was he? Was he like, hopefully Trump keeps your family at it?
Was he like, I know you have to go somewhere, but I'm driving you to the border?
He's like, yeah, right? He's like, I know where I'm taking you. See that cage? That's going to be your home.
I wasn't talking at all, and then he's like, you know what's crazy? They're trying to get Trump for all this shit, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Did he have a MAGA hat on?
No, he didn't. That's
did he say, you know what this means? Not welcome.
I think he's just like, he was just so offended. Like, he's like, they're trying to find all this shit in Trump. They're not going to find any, because he's a money maker, and blah, 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 blah. And he's not taking advantage of shit. I'm like, dude, like, calm down. I didn't say anything.
You know, you guys who are just riders, do you know that the drivers actually rate you? Rate with a T?
Yeah.
I was like,
So if you've done Uber, I challenge you to look at your Uber rating. I just checked mine right now. It's still 5 stars. I thought it went down, but I still have I have a 5-star Uber rating as a passenger.
How many times have you been a passenger?
When he gets drunk?
Yeah.
I could only imagine how belligerent and fucking annoying Josh is.
What are you talking about? When I get drunk, I'm fun. I just make
No, you're not, dude.
Yes, I am. I don't fight people anymore. That was a long time ago.
How do you check on
Lyft? If I'm checking my rating right now,
I've never used Lyft before, so I don't know.
I know you can because I've rated other people. Like
if you look at your profile, you'll probably find it. Click on your own name. I'm sure it's probably somewhere around there.
Oh wow. You're probably.
Anyway, that passenger was charged with adulteration of food.
Adulteration?
Adulteration of food. I guess that means humping food. I don't know.
Yeah.
What the?
He turned that.
Whatever.
He turned that salsa into an adult. That's why. So now we're gonna talk about you guys. So let's talk about what you guys have coming up. So you do shows, and where are you at right now? Actually,
we are at my favorite bar called DBA 256 in downtown Pomona, and I've been coming here for a long time. Then we started throwing our live shows here.
Yeah.
Which have been going really well.
Yeah, a lot of people have been coming out, really supportive. It's a variety show. It's not just comedy. So we start out with a musical act, and then me and Pablo go up and introduce the show together. We do like a dual stand-up thing, and then we
You guys hold each other's hands?
Yeah, we hold each other's dicks.
Yeah, we're just
like
they can't see that.
They can see our hands. So look, it's a very power.
Does it look funny?
Yeah, it's
but yeah, no, we do that, and then like we have a live sketch.
written
by Alfred Munoz most of the time. He's a cool comic. You can follow him. I think it's Alfred Munoz.
Yeah, I think it's Alfred Munoz.
I don't fucking know.
He also freestyle raps, which is awesome.
He also freestyle raps.
Nice.
Yeah, it's insane.
Send us his link and we'll post it up on our page.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You wouldn't expect this guy to freestyle because he looks like an actual butler named Alfred.
I feel like he looks like a young.
Yeah, he kind of does look.
He looks like a young Stephen King. He has that mouth like a fish.
Yeah.
And you know how Stephen King has his mouth? His mouth is weird looking.
It's like very like white people tight lips.
Yeah, and it's like kind of wide.
Why are you staring at Stephen King so much?
Oh, but you can see his mouth. Like it's
either
weird.
way. So
it's
then
weird.
we also have stand up.
It's like no lip. It's just face.
Yeah. Looks like one of the Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg, Jackson, and the Apes, you know. So yeah, we have that live show here last Sunday of every month.
Yeah.
We've been getting good feedback. Bert Kreischer posted a picture.
Yeah. So we
show
took a picture. The first show where I took my shirt off, Bert Kreischer. Someone took a picture of me with my shirt off, sent it to him, and then he retweeted it and called me Bert Chrysler.
Yeah.
So
that was good.
Cool following from that.
Yeah, good
That's
feedback.
cool, dude.
This is gonna be our third one.
Yeah, third one going.
So far, so good.
Yeah, and then that kind of ties into the podcast as well. So
yeah, it's supposed to be like they go hand in hand together, you know.
So what do you do mainly? What's your like subject matter of your useless podcast?
It's
just us
having
a good time,
us talking shit, pretty much.
Some bar talk, but it just depends. Like I think on episode 2 we talked about the fundamentals of being a porn star.
Yeah. So we do have subjects that we talk about every week, and we get really into it. Also, people like when we talk about like people have like I've gotten compliments when we talk about like more serious shit.
Yeah, we talk, sometimes we'll something. I don't want to say political, but just something that affects the country in a big way. We'll usually talk about it, kind of just give our 2 cents on it. We don't really have a way that we lean. It's just our opinion, and that's just it.
Yeah.
And then like people enjoy it. We've been getting good feedback.
Yeah, we tried a couple of different segments that we're trying to add to the show. Like right now, we don't have any sponsors, so every week we go to the gas station and pick up scratchers and hope for the best.
And we do a segment.
Do you do it on the show?
Yeah, we do it on the show.
Oh, dude, that's such a great idea.
Dude, that's cool.
People have been loving that shit.
Yeah, and we actually have some people trying to send us scratchers.
Yeah, the people want to donate for scratchers, not for anything else, but for scratchers.
What the fuck?
And then
They're like, you guys don't need to eat here.
Hey, if anybody wants to send us scratchers, I to scratch them for you.
Right, and then we were thinking maybe on our 100th episode that we might buy $100 worth of scratchers.
Yeah, and just scratch them throughout the whole episode as we're talking shit, you know.
Yeah.
But we're kind of far from that right now.
We're far from that, but it's a goal that we want to reach.
Yeah.
So.
How often do you guys do your show?
It's a weekly show. We release it every Wednesday. We're pretty much everywhere. We actually just got approved for Google Play, Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the streaming platforms.
Yeah, we have our website, completelyuseless.podbean.com, so you can pretty much get it anywhere.
So our UK viewer once again asks, what is a fucking scratcher? Do you guys care to field this question?
Oh, yeah. It's like
gambling, Mike.
It's gambling.
See, America has a lot of people that
have a lot of addictions.
And that gives you a little...
I know I have one around here somewhere.
You know, so like, you can scratch... It's like the lottery. It's like the lottery.
Yeah.
You scratch shit out, It's a game.
Yeah, it's a game that you put money towards.
You can win money.
You can win money, but mostly you just win sadness.
Yeah, really disappointing.
Yeah.
So
we're doing a thing.
Oh, okay.
We're guessing it.
We have a
This is my friend Mark.
Hey, Marvin in the house. I realized the podcast.
He's a regular over here. I don't think you can see you. Okay, it's okay.
Where is he?
It doesn't matter.
He's a regular here at the bar. No, he left.
Hey, Marv. Oh, boo.
Boo left.
Oh, a scratch card.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Why did you put that together, bro?
Why didn't you just say so?
Why didn't you say scratch card?
Why would you call it a scratcher? It's a scratch card, all right?
You fucking it.
I said, hey, Central Park in Newark.
So let's talk real quick about what's new on Netflix and Hulu. Here's a scratcher, by the way. My lovely assistant brought it to me. So this
Ricardo.
White Hot Sevens. I won $1. This is what victory looks like, by the way. It's a $1 card, and I won $1. And you feel you feel great about yourself.
Pretty racist.
That's what most of my girlfriends were.
You can buy girlfriends for $1. Dude, I want to know what Backpage website you're on.
What fucked up Backpage you're on?
Oh man. Yep.
I got like $3, so
you got like $3.
Well,
three different girlfriends.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I'm pretty sure David's laughing at the fact that they're white hot and sevens.
That's way too high for them, dude.
Just a 7, but
Fuck you.
$7. I'm thinking a 7 for $1. I'm in.
We're like 3 of a kind for the other.
Fuck you.
It sounds like a really good deal. I want it.
They're Anaheim sevens, alright?
Not all of them.
Anyway, so Christopher Robin just got added to Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but
oh man,
it's all a little bit.
Friend of the show, Michael Goff, aka the Gopher, is not in it. He's not in it. That fucking sucks.
I know.
Yeah, so I'll watch it, but I wasn't. What'd you think, Pierce? You watched a little bit of it?
I watched a little. It was kind of creepy.
Christopher Robin with the guy.
Yeah, it's the kid that grew up.
I thought everyone
He's a
the whole
brother
cast
now.
was kinda
Ewan
creepy.
McGregor?
Yeah, he's
Ewan
Obi-Wan.
McGregor.
Yeah,
And then Pooh comes up. He's like, General.
Yeah, but actually, I mean, I used to love.
Yeah.
He's like, hello there.
That's so fucking funny. Watch that movie.
A Winnie the Pooh crossover with Star Wars? Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm not the bear you're
like,
looking for.
He's like, oh boy. This is not the dress we're looking for.
Okay, when does he say oh boy?
Does he say oh boy?
What the hell? Why would he say oh boy?
No, he says oh bother.
Yes, it's oh bother.
Oh, I used to watch it in Spanish. I'm sorry.
I say,
I don't remember.
He's so much in Spanish.
Like he said something like that.
So
oh.
on Hulu, AP Bio is back. Well, it's back on whatever fucking channel it's on, but I watched
What the fuck
it
is
on
AP
Hulu.
Bio?
You guys heard of AP Bio? I know I talked about it on this fucking show before, David and Pierce. Look at you guys. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking
Came
about.
out.
You know I've heard the name, but I don't remember.
Patton Oswalt.
Oh, that's what
Yes,
it is.
Dan Oswald
Yeah.
and Dennis from what the fuck is his
Sunny.
name? Glenn Howerton, I think his name is.
Yeah.
From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Dennis from It's Always Sunny. It's actually a really good show. I recommend watching it. It's available on Hulu right now. It's a fucking great show.
I've only seen one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
And it was the worst episode to
One
watch. It was the
episode?
episode where he takes acid, and I was eating shrooms
Oh
at the time.
God! Yeah, at the football
The ending
game.
of that episode, yeah. At the ending of that
no.
episode, I was like starting to peak, and I was like, "Oh God, why are they all looking at me?" He's like, my friend's like, "No, it's not the toys. It's just."
This is
like,
what you got to do. You have to watch
Nightman
the Nightman Returneth, or
Oh, yeah.
Nightman Cometh. Watch that.
Anyway,
dude.
so I'll give a shout out to some friends of mine. They have a band called Purple Fuzz Machine, and they do a cover. Well, they do a cover of the song, but they do it. It's all crazy.
Hey man.
Yeah. It's so
What's that called?
badass.
I need to check it out.
David, what's the
What?
band called?
The band called?
Purple
Can I
Fuzz
find
Machine.
that? Or
I don't know about SoundCloud, dude.
what?
Hey, but
Hit
David's
up my
like,
boys.
you guys are really close to each other. Just go watch them live.
Yeah, dude. Next time they're playing, I'll just hit you guys up and come down here.
Yeah.
I'm down.
When you work all the details out,
We'll drink in the parking. We'll drink PBRs in the parking lot, and
yeah, fuck it.
That's all you had to say. And Pablo's like, I'm there.
Yeah.
So before we say goodnight, let's take a look at a couple Speakeasy memes from our Speakeasy meme exchange. Here's one, and that Uber driver. This would be that Uber driver. Me trying to solve other people's problems, knowing I'm totally unqualified.
That's so funny.
That's not offensive, right? What about this one? When you're in the hospital and you think you're recovering well, but then the nurse comes and tells you your favorite Avenger is coming to visit you. Oh, man.
Was that the only ones we had?
That's fucked up. Here's the last one. Fear not, lady. I'll save you. Did you just assume my gender? Yeah, she was dead when I found her.
Yeah, people are just ready to be offended anytime.
Yeah.
What'd you just say?
What do you mean by people?
What do you mean by you people?
Huh?
Survive.
All right, so next week it is our St. Patty's Day episode. I'm really fucking bothered by this because I have to go to work the very next day, so fuck.
Call in.
Suck.
Call in with the Irish flu. Everyone does it.
We got our buddy George on for the first time of season 3, which is going to be great. We're drinking Irish car bombs and then some Liquid Death. So I'll have Liquid Death for a few episodes. If you guys haven't heard of Liquid Death, they sent us some cans of it. It is canned water, and it says it will murder your thirst. We're going to talk a lot about them because it's fucking hilarious. Like, if you go to their website, if you go to Liquid Death's website, they have, like, on their Facebook, I mean, if you go on their Facebook, they have what's it called? You know that how you have the background of, what is that called? The background of your page.
Your background?
Wallpaper?
Is it wallpaper? No.
The banner? The banner?
I don't know. Whatever's behind your image. Anyway.
Your cover photo.
It's just called a background.
Is it cover photo? I think it's cover photo. Or
On Facebook? Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go on there, it's a video, and the video is just people screaming, and it's like it shows water like waves crashing, and then people screaming. That's all it fucking is.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty funny. So yeah, that's what we're drinking next week.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, next week is St. Patty's Day?
Next week is St. Patty's Day.
Oh, fuck, man.
All right, everybody. So
Find us
on Facebook and Instagram at the Speakeasy Gentlemen. If you want to show some support for the show, if you want to be a baller and spare $1, find us at patreon.com/the Speakeasy Gentlemen. And audio for all episodes are on iTunes and Castbox and Podbean and all those good things. Special thanks to the Speakeasy team. George, Vader, Ricky, Pierce, David, thank you. Fuck, wrong way. Thank you so much. And then Frank and Pablo, thank you guys. Send us your links. We'll be more than happy to share it on our show.
Yeah, man. We got to follow you guys.
Our page, I should say.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
Yeah, thanks for sitting over.